Hello and welcome to week 7 for English 202. Pardon me, just a few things I want to cover with you for this week. A couple of these things are a little bit unusual, so please really make sure that you're following directions. Watch this video again if you need additional instructions, or of course always reach out to me by email. So of course you're going to start your week out with the lecture. This focus this week is on nonverbal communication, and this is going to be helpful for you as you prepare for your oral presentation that'll be due in week 7.5. And remember, the last day of the course is Monday, October 26th. Okay, so for this discussion, before you type in your response, you want to go ahead and watch both of these YouTube videos. And these are different styles of presentations. So as you watch them, think about the concepts that you learned in the lecture, back here, remember, and analyze them, thinking about body language or signposting or visual aids like PowerPoint. So when you construct your discussion post this week, share your findings and respond to the critiques offered by your peers, and share how your observations of both the speeches will inform the delivery of your own presentation. So if there was something that really stood out to you, that was kind of one of those aha moments, like, oh yes, I want to make sure that I add that when I'm doing my own presentation. Okay, so make sure that you're posting by Wednesday and are active 3 days a week. You want to get 100% on your discussion board. Okay, so this is a little bit something different than we have done previously in this course. You are going to construct a formal outline for the speech that you will be giving, which of course, remember, the speech is part of that PowerPoint project that you're going to submit in week 7.5. So if you look at the whole visual here, this is a formal outline. If you notice, everything is in complete sentences. And it starts with, instead of just typical numbers like we would use, these are called Roman numerals. And so this section, everything kind of falls in together with it. Okay? So this first section, the outline should be in sentence form. So when you're doing your own outline, this first section, whatever it's going to be for your speech, then these things that fall under it, that they all kind of go back to this first sentence here. So this is talking about sentence form. So then it further explains it. Everything must be in a complete sentence. Each part may only have one sentence in it. So everything in this section is related. Okay? So when we move on to the next part of your speech, we'll start with Roman numeral 2, which are capital I's. So each Roman numeral should be a main section of your speech. So as a visual for your formal outline, this might be your introduction, Roman numeral 1. Roman numeral 2 would be your first part of that. You've already talked about in your introduction what the topics are going to be. So this would be the first topic. And if you notice how we kind of keep going over toward the right, okay? So every time you see a Roman numeral here, you know it's a new part of the topic, okay? When you go indented here, 5 spaces, you know that these sentences are going to go back to this original statement here. Okay, so here it even goes even further. So this is being broken down even more. So there's main section of the speech is the topic for this whole section. The capital letters are the main points. So capital A, capital B, and then the numbers are the subpoints. Okay, so this goes under here because it's still referring back to the main section of the speech. All of these things are there, but you're just getting a little bit more detail. Okay, and you can even go even further. So then the next one, if you wanted to go over and 5 more spaces, you would put lowercase a. Okay, so your outline should look very similar to this. It should have probably at least 4 of these, Roman numeral 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and then each of these are all together. Okay, so you could even copy and paste this if you wanted to make sure that you had this all kind of set up correctly. But Word has, if you'll notice in the ribbon at the top, it'll have those presets for you, so you're able to do this. Okay, so if you need any help with that, I can certainly help. But this is all going to go on a Word document, and use those presets so they don't get all crazy, because Word gets a little weird if you're trying to put in the spacing yourself. It's already there on the ribbon of how to do that. Okay, final submission. We've been working on this for 7 weeks. Can you believe it? Okay, so this is going to be the final submission. All right, so this means that everything is in there, all of your your bibliography, all of your sources are correctly formatted using APA formatting. You have a title page, everything has been proofread, everything has great spelling, and there's no punctuation. So your final project. Okay, so you're going to want to watch this video before you upload your final project, because this is going towards your e-portfolio. You may have already put some things in there before. If you've recently taken COM 104, that's one of the places where it gets started. But before you post it, you want to make sure this is your very, very best effort. Okay, so you want to watch this video so when it goes to your portfolio, it's a little bit different than a typical Dropbox. Okay, so then you're going to click it here, and it's going to take you through what you watch in this video. Okay, and then we have a week 7 reflection. So a lot of important stuff going on this week. Make sure as soon as I have your rough draft of the portfolio project, I'll have that graded in there. So use those comments to make sure that your final project is the best it can be. So if I point out there's some formatting errors, or there's spelling errors, or you're missing a paragraph or something like that, those should all be fixed before you submit this final project. All right, so have a great week, and I will see you in class.